to map, we'll see. So here you can see in the CRF page, the response related information was collected in the RESIST page. So data of assessment, the targeted lesion which are measurable, that tumor responses, non-targeted lesion responses, any new lesions was present or absent, and what is the overall response. So this information was collected in the CRF. This information we are going to represent in the RS dataset. Okay. So before giving, just giving one PPT so that we'll get us idea so that you can easily understand the programming. Okay. So RACE is nothing but response evaluation criteria in solid tumor. This standard method, which is used to assess how the cancer treatments are going, are measuring the changes in the tumor sizes and progression. So based upon our treatment, how the solid tumor was responding, whether it is a completely responding, partially responding, stable disease, or if it is a progressing, like the response we are collecting from each targeted and non-targeted new lesions. Okay, so it is used to track tumor changes over time. Okay, so upon the treatment, how the tumor was changing its size. This data will help to determine whether our treatment is affecting, or any adjustment needed our treatment will know. Okay, so here, so data of assessment, the first one, information when the assessment was done, information was collected. Next, target lesion, you already know the target lesions are nothing but which are able to measure those type of tumors, we can call it as target lesions. So that target lesion will give the response like complete response, partial response, stable disease, or progressive disease. So if it is a complete response, means completely disappeared from the body, 30% decrease in the size, we can call it as partial response. No significant change is seen in the solid tumor upon the treatment, we can call stable disease. If instead of decreasing, if the increasing the size of up to 20%, that response we can call it as progressive disease. In case of non-target, which are not able to measure those type of tumors, we can call non-tumor. So the responses given by the non-target lesions are complete response, completely disappear from the body, non-CR, non-PD, nothing but stable or minimal change, means SD like targeted. Here we can call non-CR or non-PD. PD nothing but growth seen we can see. In case of new lesions, so whether it is a present or absent. If it is a present, yes. If it is absent, no. Okay. So overall response nothing but is a summary based upon the response of targeted, non-targeted new lesion. So these are the possible overall responses: CR, PR, HD, and PD. So some of the resist, key points. So as per the resist guidelines, so targeted lesions, we are selecting 5 lesions total, maximum 2 per organ. So lesions must be greater than 10 size. In case of non-targeted, include smaller unmeasurable lesions used to assess overall response but not measured. And response categories, you already know: CR, PR, HD, and PD. New lesion cases, appearance of the new lesions means it is a progressive disease. Assessment general frequency 6 to 8 weeks during the treatment. Confirmation scan required CTR, PR, CR, PR to ensure the accuracy. Okay, so this is just giving the overall view before starting our RS. So we'll start a programming of RS. So we'll take example T. Program. So this is also little bit of domain only because it is efficacy. Yeah. So just copy the code up to here, make the changes, save this data set under our program folder. Yeah. So data RS set. we can take the raw data set. What is the raw data set they use? Resist. Let me open the resist once. You can see the subject having the responses like this, CRPRHD. Okay, so we'll open the implementation guide. Check the RS domain. This is response. Okay, so here the first study ID, domain and user ID common. Next sequence variable we have to derive at last. Group ID, reference ID, SP ID, link ID. So this information was not collected in the raw data set. So directly we go with the response category of the response. So generally scat. So this information we are taking from the resist, right? So we can give that here. You can see the example resist 1.1. And next, this is a expected variable. Next variable, this is a permissible variable. So response evaluator. So generally evaluator is investigator in our study. So we'll map this one also investigator. Next date related variable we'll see. Permissible expected. Okay. So RSDTC. So when it was collected. So this one. So this is in the form of numeric. We just convert them into the character as per the implementation guide. So put of this one, comma YYMMDD tender. Okay. So next, here, if the response there, okay, if this response not equal to missing, then do. So one by one we'll see. So response, yeah, test CD. So response test CD equal to target response. Okay, so this test we can give a target response. You can also go and see the examples here. Here you can see the response, targeted response, non-targeted response, overall response. First, we'll focus on the targeted response. Our targeted response, the short form of the test is this one. Okay, so we have collected here targeted, non-targeted, and new lesion. So first we'll focus on the targeted and RS test equal to target response and the information collected variable rs orres, original value collected. Here you can see result in finding in the original unit. Okay, so the result qualifier rs orres. So here you can see this one. So in this they collected what? Progressive disease and etc. Fine. So let me check with here. Uh, any example they given how the RS or RES should be there. So here you can see RS or RES, short form only they given PRCRSD, right? So in this example also you can see PR, etc. So here we need to display not the complete text, only PDCR only we have to display. So for that purpose, what we do? So I just created a scan of this word, comma second word after this one. So we'll see. Open bracket, close bracket. Yeah, in this RS data set, the XX, okay. So remove this last bracket as well. Scan of XX, comma first word before the closing bracket. Now you can see the YY having only this one. So this information you can map here. Okay. So you can write it in a single statement also, otherwise you can separate it out and you apply the RS or RRS in the short form. Okay, fine. Next, you can put a output and in. So next, this is targeted. Next, we are moving into non-targeted. This is a targeted. Next, non-targeted. This response not equal to missing. Then do the same thing. Just copy this information and paste it here. So what is the non-targeted? So non-targeted this one test CD, and you will give the non-targeted response, the test information like this, and the responses we can see here. Here also CRPR only. Yeah. So same thing. This variable we can include here. Okay. Yeah, so it is truncating. So to avoid the truncation, what we do, just give the length statement of Rs test CD and Rs test. Now the Rs test CD, Rs test we have, and the responses. Okay. So in case of PD and this one, so we'll get this response. If it is a where it is, yeah, if it is a non-CR or non-PD, if responses in non-CR or non-PD. So how to display this one? Then this RS or RES equal to. So let me check here. Non-targeted, non-targeted. Let me check here our responses. So non-targeted, you can see we have to give CR, otherwise non-CR, non-PD. So we can give as it is, I think. Non-CR, non-PD you can give. So RS or RIS, if it is a PD, PRs, SD, so we can give short form. It is a non-CR, non-PD, so you can give the non-CR and non-PD. In examples also they haven't given anywhere. Non-targeted CR. RS or RES. Not sure. So we'll keep this one non-CR and non-PD. Okay. So the next we can focus on the new lesions. This is a targeted, non-targeted responses, and this is a new lesions, whether it is present or not. If not equal to missing, then do the test CD equal to test equal to. Okay. So we have to follow the standards as per the CDISC implementation guide. Whenever you are giving the text also, just check the examples. If not cases, we'll give. So here you can see target and non-targeted. So anywhere new lesion progression. Okay. So we can give the new lesion progression short form. And the text of the test is new lesion progression. Okay, and the ORR is equal to, so here the response how they got yes or no. So we can give uh, directly the first word sub str of this response and comma 1. So now the RS we have is subject having the targeted, non-targeted nulation. The response is PD, non-C or non-PD, whether the nulation is yes or no. Okay. And okay, so once done the this one more response is the overall response. Okay. So overall response here, overall response not equal to missing, then do overall response. So the full form is overall response, and the variable is overall response. Okay. I can say 20 records, each subject having 4 records. Finally, the responses are like this. Oral response is PD. Oral response is what is the oral response of the subject. Yeah. So test CD, test and ORRES, the main variables we have mapped. Next. So get this data set, data, RS2, set RS data set. So we can give RS1. Yeah. So now the use of JID, that information we are going to map. Yeah. So study ID, domain and use of JID. Just copy this and paste it here. This is a RS domain. Okay. So RS2 now we are adding the study ID, domain, use of JID information. Okay. So next, so we'll check one by one variables. The implementation guide, any expected or required variable is missing. Yeah. So study ID, domain, use of JD, sequence variable last. This is a group ID, reference ID. These are the permissible variable which are not collected. Test CD and test we have mapped, and the category we mapped. Subcategory we don't have. ORRES we map, and units is a permissible. And the standard units is equal to the collected units. So we can give standard units equal to the collected unit. ORRES. Okay. So there is no unit conversation, the RS, and numeric units of category reason for not. So these are the permissible variables. And num, this one baseline, this one is the evaluator also permissible, and evaluator, and here visit number and visit is there. Okay. So yesterday we have derived the visit number and visit rate. So same thing we can do here, and here the epoch and RSTTC dy. Yeah. So what we do? So we just map as like yesterday. So epoch also we just want to map. Just copy this epoch program and paste it here. So here RS2 dataset. You just map RS2, and in case of here RS DTC we can map, and you will give the RS3 here. Okay, so remaining program is same. Yeah, RS3 now epoch variable information we are mapping based upon the RS. Okay, so the domain is RS. So RS3 we have epoch was populated based upon the RSTTC. Okay, so next, so we'll do the visit number and visit. Same, you can copy and paste it here. Up to here, just copy and paste it here. So we just updated based upon this here. SV, okay, fine. Next, TU dataset place RS3, and you just give the RS. This link ID we don't have. And here the RS related, and this is RS and RSTTC, and you can give RS final, and this is a RS2, RS final one, RS, and finally the RS2. 1 minute. Here RS3 is the final data set, right? RS4. Yeah, now RS4 data set, we are including the information of visit and visit number information. Okay, so here you can see visit number and visit, where the visit information was, based upon the date, this comes under which visit. Okay, so once done, whenever we have a date variable, the study day variable also we need to be derived. So same formula. Okay, so that is why if you know perfectly one variable derivation formula, so you can use across all the data sets. Okay, RS5, and here you can give RS, and so this is RSDY, RSDY, and this is RSDY, this is RSDY. Okay, the RS5 data set along with the RSTTC, so RSDY also we can populate. Okay, once done this RSDY, so what we do, so one variable is pending, that is sequence variable. So yeah, here I just copy this info and paste it here. So what is the sorting order for the RS? Go to the first pages. RS. So these are the key variables. Just copy study ID, use sub ID, test CD, and visit number. And these are all the not available. So you can just keep it. Yeah. So just copy this one, paste it here, and you can give the RS file. And this is the RS sequence. Okay. So all the variables we have included. So now we are keeping what are the variables we have mapping. Yeah, study ID, the first variable, and domain. And next use sub ID, next sequence variable. So we are not going to miss any required or expected. So permissible, if it is collected, we use group ID, reference ID, link ID. So we are not mapping RS test CD, RS test, and the category also we have mapped as per this one. And next subcategory RSORRES, and next units standard units. This is expected. Evaluator also we have mapped as evaluator. Investigator. Next group ID, visit number and visit. And epoch also we have mapped. RSDTC, RSDY. These are the time points related. So that information not collected in the CRF, we ignore. Okay. So these are the variables we have mapped as per the implementation. Retain it and just run this RS. So the data set name is disease response and clinical classification. You can give disease response. So now SDTM underscore yes, our RS data set is ready. Yeah. So study ID, domain, use subject ID, each subject. So whether the new lesions, non-targeted, overall response, and targeted response. These are the responses. This is evaluator, visit number, epoch, and date, and the study date. Okay. So give me 1 minute. I'll back. Yeah. So this is for today's RS class. Anybody having any doubt on this? You can unmute and ask me. So definitely the interview people may ask you these questions. What are the general responses like CDPR, what is CR, what is PD. Because I already told you, so programmers are even 5 plus 6 plus candidates also they won't get a chance to work on the efficacy content even they know, so they don't have a proper knowledge on what is this and what is response how to do. So if you go with this PPT and if you write the programming, try to practice this one. So whenever they ask questions related to what is CR, what is PR, if you are able to answer, they will definitely recruit you. Because nowadays industry, so many programmers are there, but we are looking the candidates who have a knowledge on the oncology, that to efficacy content. Okay, so there are few even in my company, so they are searching for a candidate who are having the efficacy knowledge, more efficacy knowledge in principal role. So even the candidate is not find out. Okay, so that is lack is there. So that is why I am more concentrating on the efficacy content on the oncology, so it is easy for you to get a job, if you know this content. Okay, practice this, try to remember the words, because once you started practicing 2 3 times it, so you can remember this, what is CRPR. Okay, yeah. So if you people don't have any doubts, you can close the call and we'll meet you tomorrow to start the TR domain. That will take 2 classes, Saturday and Sunday. So 2 classes I will take the TR class. Okay. That is also bit complex like TU. So we'll see in the 2 days classes. Yeah. Okay. If people don't have any, we can close the call. Thank you
Thank you, sir.
everybody.
Thank you, sir.